All right, I'm going to put color to some doodlings. All right, full on drawings. Some I just did a few hours ago while at work, And then I'll shift to a couple of older ones. This more images from this alien parody I'm doing for Doodleverse Comics that will feature the likes of Steel Toe, Karmic, April, Nick, Ricada, people like that, Here I did this. I don't really know the whole story, but, I saw thumbnails and stuff that some sort of back and forth took place with Ashley Cummings and Stuttering John. So, I don't even know how. Yeah, I don't remember why I made it into this medieval scene like Lord of the Rings or whatever, but I did. And then after all of that, I kind of forgot about John's title that he gives himself, the Duke. Oh yeah, that's kind of a medieval title, Boy, at first I was just going to leave the pencil in. I increased it, but there's still all these little things like that. Yeah, I think I'll take that out. This one. It always shows up, and I don't even remember doing it. But it's definitely... Oh, he doesn't have a mole there, so we'll get rid of that. Let's see here. Could probably fill that in a little bit anyway. So I don't know. I might just give up and go ahead and put the paint filter on it. A lot of times I'll do that, but especially when I've gone over it with ink, But this time I really didn't do that. At other times, the penciling is it's pretty dark enough to where I don't really need to go over an ink, and then I'll put the filter on it, and it solidifies the lines. I might just brighten this up so that I don't know what this gray business is. It's not on the original drawing, so I don't know if it kind of maybe got a little warped inside the scanner bed. Suppose that's the only explanation, really. But it's I don't know, it kind of works like this shading under because the idea is he's already a little tipsy here, and apparently he tried to bust a move on Ashley or something of that nature. So I'm just going to go with that, as far as this alternate reality version of them, They're in some sort of Middle Earth world, So a lot of it, I think I can keep going with the way it is. I put Karmic in the background just looking, ridiculous. Because he had some problem with her, too. I don't know the full story there either. Don't really care. But he looks more like Han Solo here, I guess. But I don't know. He's just kind of like some little pissant in the background. And I haven't come up with any real dialogue to it, but I thought he might be insulting him to try to impress the lady Ashley. And, that's the take I may or may not do on that. I mean, I'm getting near the end for the Doodleverse comics. Once I've wrapped up the Alien parody, I'll put that in there, and there's a bunch of them that are just standalones and stuff like that. Collection of sketches and whatnot, and then a few other stories to put in there. hopefully, I mean, I wanted to put Werewolf Detective in there, but I don't know, it doesn't really fit in with Dabbleverse stuff. But still, you know, if you go in there, now, this is interesting. Yeah, it must have warped on the page or something. But this is it almost makes like a shadow of this, I don't know what you call it. Not a tiara, a headband, I suppose, but it's sort of like, I don't know. I don't know if she's supposed to be like a sorceress or something. But it really wouldn't. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't go over here, so I gotta get rid of some of that. Maybe kind of something like that, maybe. Kind of leave it there, you know. But there's all the little scratchy stuff from sketching still there. But once again, I don't know Ashley's eye color, so I'll probably get that wrong. But, you know, I'm doing the best I can. And of course, all very much in the Mort Drucker Mad Magazine stylings. Of the appearance. There we go. All right, I guess it'll work. Could increase the contrast a little bit more. That might help a bit. Not sure. But, oops. Over here. So here we have, I don't know what happened here. Oh yeah, the shoulder, as I was drawing, remember that. All of a sudden, this shoulder was way up here, and the other one's like, well, that's not going to work. All right, we'll keep that there. We'll clean this up a little. Yeah. We'll take that. Don't know what that is. All right. I'll take that out. We don't need that. Okay. So let's see here. I will create a new layer. I will decrease the opacity. And we'll get into the hair. I'm going to want a different brush. All right. Now, I saw some of the show she did with Haley. And it looked like she, I don't know, did something to her hair where there's like highlights in it or something. So now I'll kind of start with this color and probably darken certain parts of it in elsewhere. Okay. So even with, the dark features within the drawing, kind of, when you put the color over it, similar to like going over a pencil sketch with watercolors, it's kind of the same effect. And so thick black lines or shapes or whatever, spaces, well, it increases the shading of the color as well. So, and it acts as a guide for when I go over this later to increase the darkness. So it's actually a few strands here, but I'll just go over it as best I can. Maybe decrease the size just to get this little bit here. And we'll just pretend we didn't notice that was just a little strand. Go a little bit smaller for this. There we go. Maybe here too. All right. Then we go for the other bit of hair. And I have no idea what color to make the dress. It could be anything because it's all make-believe. I guess I could have made her one of the elves and gave her pointy ears and stuff. But I don't know, I didn't think of it. I mean, at first I just drew her, and I think it's because of the way she had her hair. I mean, I did catch that her ear was sticking out. And damn, that must have been what I forgot all about the elves and stuff. And I just drew a normal ear. I guess I could still change it, but I would have preferred to have drawn that, you know. Yes. I don't know if the eyebrows. I mean, I guess. We'll fix all that later. Yeah. All right. Now, it could use the same layer, but that can cause problems, so I'll give each potential color its own layer. So yeah, so there we go. See, that little shading does kind of, I guess it does work out. Yeah. And then of course the markings here to denote some amount of shadow and lines, stuff like that. So it all makes sense now. Yeah. There we go. Of course, I don't even know, I guess. Yeah, all right, we'll say the light sources coming in from the left. I'll go ahead and put a lot of color over the eyes. Somewhat round, but for the most part, probably just do it like this. Maybe go ahead and color this area somewhat. There we go. Oh yeah, the ear. There we go. Anyway, John's, amorous intentions are not having any success with her. So, well, he tried, that'll be a deal in this particular fairy tale scenario. Did they live happily ever after? Well, not together. So, I guess oh yeah, I gotta do the lips. Gets its own layer as well. Oops. That's too big. Okay. So there we go. All right. Let's see. We'll go after more of the more obvious things I can put color to. And I haven't quite decided what the hell color the dress is. There we go. For this mystical, I don't know, headpiece. I mean, I can't really call it a tiara or anything because it doesn't quite look like one, but you know, it's some sort of decorative thing on her head. I mean, it's a band, I guess. I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't know. Green? Her eyes green? Well, they're gonna be green now. Yeah. I'm just gonna say they are. I don't really know. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to pick a color for the dress. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Maybe a purple of sorts. There we go. There we go. The arms here, of course. And then I just did all these, because keep in mind, this is supposed to be medieval times, so the stitching kind of shows up more. Yeah. Oh, very hastily done. Perhaps. I don't know. Or done over and over again because material's hard to come by in them there places and in them there times. As for the collar, I think I'll make that a different color, but probably, or a different hue. There we go. Alright, let's see. I had maybe a more pinkish color to it or something, I don't know. One of these. Ah, crap, I didn't erase some of this stuff that needed to be erased. Oh, well. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Now on to John. Let's see here. Maybe. Yeah, that might work. Oop. The opacity. There we go. There he is. He's, in this bar. And he's claiming he's, the greatest warrior ever or some shit. Claiming he was at this battle and that one. And you don't hear about the other guys, do you? No, because they're all dead, but not me. Because I was that much of a badass. Only to later find out that if he was there at all, he survived because he ran, Stuff like that. But, he just wants to tell the cool story, So why get stuck on the details of, reality, the real story just isn't as cool, for him. And so, you just embellish and, make stuff up. completely. You know? That's how you do that. Here's more of the smudging or something. I don't even know. But I guess it does emphasize some sort of shadow over these. I don't even know what they call that. All these medieval outfits with these little flap things. Some of them came with like hoods, so I guess they were supposed to do that. But I don't know. It's what he's wearing. I guess well, in this case, it just works as a collar. So that's the deal for Stuttering John, Stuttering John, Stuttering John, Stuttering John. Now, suppose could do this to where it's some kind of, dark, leathery thing. Whoop. Nope. Oh, crap, and I forgot to make its own layer. Yeah, well, just better hope for the best then. There we go. Add all this here, and here, and here. Oh, jeez. And of course, he's drinking a beer. So at first, I was drawing it like your basic mug, and I realized, oh crap, it's medieval, so I'll have to make most of the cup wooden. Yeah. Because, glass, another thing that's probably hard to come by. I can't believe I missed all this. I mean, I can. But that doesn't mean I like the fact that I keep missing stuff. There we go. Okay, so I guess even though this will be darkened, we'll put that there. Okay. Yeah. Oop, 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 oop. I can't have that there. No, I can't. All right. It's not too bad. I'll definitely get another layer here. Decrease. And I'm going to need more. There. Oh, well, I'm going to need a little bit lighter than that. That's ridiculous. There we go. There we go. So, he spins his tail, and he's certainly a man who believes his own myth. Yeah. Let's see, we'll do that. Here we go. yeah, the ear. Oh yeah, the ear here too. And there we go. And then there you are. Alright. I guess give this one a layer too. And color in the Melinda's hairdo. Of course, most of this is going gray, a little bit of white, but this too we can deal with later. There we are. I don't know, I guess his eyes are brown. I don't really pay attention. Oh yeah, I gotta go back and do his hands. So I guess most of this, like I said, a cup will be wood. Wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we'll just consider that a mark on the finger or something. And there we go. Yeah, that'll work. So, something like this. Another layer. And perhaps something akin. Yeah, that'll work. That should do it. There we go. Then yet another layer, and sort of gray this out a bit, and then do it smaller. No, a little bit smaller. There we go. Oop. There. Yeah. Yeah. There. Same thing down here. It's like some sort of metal brace on the cup. And then the handle would be of the same material. I don't know. The suds can just be suds. I guess it should have some color to it. I don't know. Okay. And here. We'll do. Whoops. Squire Carmix. Yeah. Who lives with the belief that he is actually the son of Thor. Some crap like that, you know. Why won't people respect me? And that kind of thing, you know. So that would be his story here at, I don't know, whatever tavern this is. course, we do know Karmic's eyes are blue because you really can't miss those bug eyes. So that one we can be sure of. Alright. Give this shirt some sort of, well, you know, color. There we go. And he's like the type of guy who you would think, oh, this unlikely fellow will become the crusading hero of this legend. And but instead, nothing really happens, you know. Somewhere in some other part of the kingdom, all the heroic stuff is happening, you know. And it's just never really, nothing ever happens here. Everybody makes claims of stuff like that, like, you know, Duke Melendez here. But some begin to suspect it may not be exactly true. You know, like, yeah, I slayed that dragon. I did. Okay. Whoop. All right. Damn it. Always grabbing the wrong thing. Oh my goodness. This late into this and still making a mistake like that. There we go. His belt buckle. Alright. Then, I don't know, the paint. We gotta put some color on them there paints. There we go. Whoops. Gee, I thought I moved it. Oh, I didn't. Alright. Messed up again. No, we can do it a little better than that. Okay. And there we have it. So I just flatten all that, and then darken in these areas. Probably should zoom in on that. Don't want to make it get too close there, and it makes it look like your ear's having an ear infection. Oops. Whoop. Huh. I thought I put more color there. Well, alright. Probably should have taken those lines out, but, well, I didn't. Okay. Dun-dun-dun. That's about it. There. Lord of the things. Whoops. Well, after that, I went into the medieval thing again for the Lady Fuddle and her Fool. Once again, I have no idea what color to do. Geez, there's more of this stuff. I don't know. It's weird. Get rid of that. I don't know what the hell that is. Probably too much chin, but oh well. Ah, damn it. I got the wrong thing. There we go. I guess we'll make her dress green. No, not that. Well, yeah, no. We'll do it this way. Is that? Nah. Okay. One of these long gowns that drags the floor. Now this would all go much faster had I put ink to it. Because then, probably at this point, no probably about it, I'm already getting tired. And just want to fill it all in, you know. Of course, even with that, there'd still be all kinds of lines and whatnot, so I don't know. It's only 2 figures, so here we go. Plus, I didn't bother to look up medieval gowns because there's some sort of headdress, but it doesn't quite look like what I've got on her here. And I think some of them, they have this like cone or some crap. And then, like, these veils or more like scarves and shit. Oh, well. I guess you can just chalk it up to an original, you know. And try to fit in. There we go. Well, look at you. Alright. I probably should go over this a couple of more times. Alright. Oh, come on, give me another layer. There we go. Okay. That's the Hawa. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And then some here. And there we go. Damn. What the hell do I do with the... I don't know. Maybe a different green? Oh crap, I forgot. Yeah, it's supposed to be... That's not supposed to be hair. That's supposed to be the... Oh, well, crap. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing. There we go. So we go here. And we just go ahead and get rid of all that. Yeah. No, damn it. Okay. There we go. Here we go. Whoops. Good Lord, what a mess. Alright. Of course, I guess if it was like she's some sort of sorceress and she's got burns on her fingers from all the black magic and stuff, you know. Okay, this one, yeah. Okay. Same dumb mistakes. There we go. And now the fool. And then we can do that for all the little bells on the costume. Little bells here, little bells there, even on the little figure on the, I don't know, scepter, whatever the hell it is. And there we go. I guess, nah, we gotta make it actual. There we go. There we go. So just basic green and oh wait, crap, same color her dress is, but well, we know he worships her and stuff, so yeah, I guess he would pick similar colors. So you know. All right. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Damn it. Which one did I guess that was it? Yeah. And now a different green for the idiot tights. Now, granted, they smoke pipes and stuff, but they didn't have cigarettes. I'm almost certain. But, I don't know. It's like magic or something. Who cares? Oh, yeah. Let's see. I don't remember which one I picked. Crap. Oh, it was that one. All right, then. There we go. Our medieval crew. Something like that. Perhaps, maybe, don't know. Oh, jeez, I thought I could do so much more, but oh, God, am I tired. So D-Rex says, morning, Dub. Morning, D-Rex. Jake Cole says, you're a hard-working man, Doug. God bless you, sir. Hope you're having a good morning. Yeah, I guess. You know, I'm coloring some drawings, and then I'm going to go collapse into bed, you know. Susan Dolan says, hail everybody, and says, sorry, should be Jake Cole. Oh, you got the name. Okay. Anyway, there you go. No problems there. And, yeah, no super tips. Oh, well, I tried. So there we go. That's at least 2 drawings. What was the other one that I did that's new? I mean, I was going to do... Oh, yeah, this thing. I don't know. It's not a good Michael Bauer drawing. He was on Melton's show, and he had this Best Buy shirt on. Of course, the first thing I thought was, oh, wow, he got a job at Best Buy. No, he used to have a job at Best Buy, and he still has the shirt, you know. So I guess that one didn't work out. But this is a terrible drawing. It just doesn't look anything like him. So I'll probably scrap that one. That's the Alien parody that I'll get to. Oh, yeah, this was the other one. So there's another Ashley and Stuttering John one. But, geez, look at this. I mean, these distortions. Might just have to go ahead and take that out like that. And then, there we go. Yeah, I'm getting you all out of there. Yep. And then, I don't know, it'll probably work out okay, I guess. Anyway, so there he is. Oh, crap. That's not a good beer can. It's like it's all mouse-shaped and stuff. But anyway, so, you know, she's jogging or whatever, and he's like, you know, while drinking his beer. Then I tried to draw Adam Bush, but this is terrible. This doesn't look anything like him. It does look like somebody, but I don't know who. Funny how that happens, you know. But, well, better luck next time. So anyway, that was, boy, I really thought I was going to do some wonders, but good Lord, I can barely stay awake. And then, oh yeah, this is for another, would be the thumbnail for the Night story where he's got to team up with Dr. Deja Vu to deal with the Bewitcher. And that's currently ongoing. It's a kind of going back and forth between that and the Sun King story, which today, oh God, I didn't even send the show. I got to send that to Radio Misfits as soon as I get off here. And they'll put it up pretty quick. But, yeah, so the current one is the Sun King episode that's dealing with all that. Then next week will be another Night episode, so on and so forth. But anyway, this is what Dr. Deja Vu looks like in his astral projected self. So when I put it on Locals, the thumbnail will for the night stories will be the and I'd put some color to them, because I probably have to fix Bubo's eyes and stuff like that. But anyway, that's the deal with that. Yeah, I think that's it. What's this? Well, it's the Lady Fuddle and her fool. It's the Duke and the Lady Ashley and Squire Carmick. Little does anyone know that he is also the fool. Now everyone knows he's the fool. And of course the alien thing. Man, I really did need to get on that. Well, little by little, you know. So there you go. A little bit of coloring drawings here on my live stream for you to witness. And again, no super tips. All right. Well, again, all you can do is try. Yeah. So there you go. Have a good rest of your weekend. I will go into unconsciousness and then go to work all night long.
This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my friend. It hurts to set you free, but you'll never follow me, because this is the end. This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end.